proper SQL queries, generating SQL queries. Maybe I might not use it correctly or something. I could not find the right queries kind of thing using AI.
Sure. So, okay, I don't know if Copilot is strong enough maybe to do everything that we want from a data side. We have to do a lot with AI agents team. That is where
Oh,
data will, the whole life cycle of data, right? From creation, design, build, schemas, documentation, training data, testing data, all of this. And for me to do any test automation, the first thing I need to do is prep my test data and only
okay.
then put it in. This looks very easy when it is smaller sets of data. When the
Yeah,
data size increases, when the number of tables, complexity increases, then it's a huge challenge, like a data lake.
yeah, that is what I'm facing. I have a billions of records, and where number of use cases are more. The data is also a lot of junk data is there. So filtering the data, all these things is a big challenging for me.
Sure. So the key concept is RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation.
Oh, okay.
Now, for me to add a billion records into a RAG system so that I can put context is extremely tough.
Yeah.
It can never go through all of that so quickly.
Okay.
So we have to break things down somehow.
Oh,
First, we have to segment it, categorize them, and slowly build it together to stitch it. It'll take about a month or two overall, I would say, to sit down
oh,
correctly if it's only me.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, pocket by pocket, we can solve it. The problem with AI is its context window is very limited. It can't do everything.
Yes.
So it'll keep forgetting. And we have to keep everything in line for it. And hence, you take sets of data, categorize them, segment them, and then start handling it.
Okay.
In fact, there are amazing tools like GenRocket and um, so many data players are there in the world now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snowflake, all of these will do some amazing jobs on it. But data
Yeah.
has always
Currently,
been a
we're
problem.
using Snowflake only.
We in Snowflake, okay.
Yeah.
Snowflake is a good one too that way. But again, is Snowflake now? Every company will adopt AI. The
Yes.
day Snowflake brings in the AI into its system fully capable, then it
Mm.
is an awesome problem solved.
Okay. Okay. And do you have any course like specific to Snowflake data testing related that like that?
Not yet, not in
Oh,
until. I have data testing, not Snowflake.
oh, okay, okay.
Yes, so that is something. And for me, the way I seen it, right, I did a few Snowflake implementations for Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas, and few where
Oh,
large consumer data. I wouldn't say billions, at least millions.
yeah, yeah.
50, 60 hotel properties, casinos, and all. So it becomes very big. And I was Snowflake was still at its very beginning, 3, 4 years ago. I was still okay with it. Yeah, so we didn't create any course on Snowflake, not yet. We will create. Is it popular
Oh,
enough? Do you think it's good to do one?
yeah, it is very popular enough in UK. I have seen, I attended yesterday one conference
Uh-huh.
which was conducted by Snowflake. I've seen enormous people have attended that. I think I don't know how many companies are adapting to Snowflake.
It is popular.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is very popular now.
very good. Then we will do one data testing or data. How do we handle data in large
Yeah,
enterprises as a course? In that we'll try and do Snowflake. I don't know if they have free accounts, but typically they're large corporate players.
yeah, yeah. 1 month the trial version is there. Maybe I don't know.
We can try that. That's a good start
Yeah.
for us. That would be good enough.
Yeah, yeah, definitely it will be. I think many companies are using Snowflake, and I have seen their features law in the conference. I
Hmm.
think any problem can be solved in minutes. Because, yeah, yeah, we have seen some use cases like we have taken a 6 months to implement. Using that, whatever they are coming with new features, with those features, you can implement those in a few days, 1 week, I think.
Are those just features, functional features, or AI driven? Can it be?
Yeah, yeah. There is a concept that comes like AI SQL command functions. Hello, are you able
Sorry,
to hear me?
yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, there
AI,
is a concept called AI SQL.
correct.
Yeah, artificial intelligence SQL. There are command functions are there. Using functions, we don't need to write pages of code, because for that semantic views, they are talking about some semantic views. That semantic views solves a lot of problems.
E- Excellent, excellent.
Yeah,
And see, yeah, semantic view for data is very critical. Now,
yeah,
okay, wow. Snowflake still has, and I think there's certifications also that they're doing. And someone in the audience was talking about Tableau.
yeah.
So
Tableau. Yes, Tableau is there
Snowflake
in
is
our
modern
company.
systems, even, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's great. You attended a conference, you saw so many people, that's in demand. So once we do data, maybe a week
yeah.
or two later, I'll do that. Anyway, in this course we'll do, I'll definitely try and bring 2 or 3 tools. Let's explore. I'm not
Yeah, sure,
scared of
sure.
any new tool or technology because of thanks to AI. I can
Yes,
easily
yes.
research and learn too. Yeah,
Yeah, initially I was scared of what AI will take off all QA jobs or something like that. But once we adopt to AI, then maybe number of jobs reduce, but definitely we should be upgraded to survive in the market.
correct. Thank you so much. Nice hearing from you, Satya. We'll definitely work
Yeah,
on.
no problem. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, sorry for wasting time.
No worries. No, no, that's
Yeah,
important. Even the other audience, they're also getting benefits from such questions. We
yeah,
common with them. We share our experience, what's happening. That's where we learn and grow together.
yeah, that's great. Yeah, thank you.
Team would love to hear from more of you for a few minutes. Then we can go into the topics. Topics are the same, but these discussions are also good. Did we do playwright MCP yesterday? We did. Just trying to show you those docs. Um, why don't I hear from anyone else? No other questions then? All right, team. So what did we do yesterday and where are we today? I, in fact, put it into YouTube. I added a few links just to get the context better, not have uh, foxes or other deviations into this. So this is a new notebook LM. Now, this is a public notebook. So is this share working? Hopefully it should work. Let's see. Anyone with a link to view this notebook. I think that is where I didn't share the correct link yesterday with you. Let's do this. Team, I'm not doing great on my throat, so I don't know how long I can speak today. I'll try and do my best. But Notebook LM, the reason we start from here is to know where we are and what we're going to do next. And let me also get my um, Google Drive here. Let's look at our agenda, team. What did we do? What all are we left to do? What should we do next? Out here. Foundations and the AI shift. I did not introduce too many foundations yet, team. We're just exploring them. So this will continue to get covered. Core and advanced AI concepts in testing. As of now, we're using very minimalistic AI fundamentals. We're not using everything that is there. We will get there. There's a lot that we can do. And we need to understand why we need to use which technology for what need, what purpose, what does it solve, what value are we bringing with it. Project work, this is very important, team. I think I'll also talk about FoXYiZ on the side for a bit and what it can do. I don't think we'll use Google Colab and Jupyter Notebooks. I've done so much on them earlier. even Python, but we'll do Python request today. Anyone wants to do the same presentation thing like yesterday, or shall we continue here? So team, let's talk about APIs. Are we good with UI from yesterday? A little bit. Did anyone practice? What? Pet store Swagger. We went through it, right? Did we generate anything? Did you? There's so many questions I'm asking. Sorry. Team, did you practice? Did you do the UI testing like Sashi showed yesterday? How's your progress? Let me know, please. Then we can move forward. It's a live training. It's not a recorded session only. Today is your first class, no problem. Watch the videos if you missed it, please. We're trying to go deeper into a few things. Yesterday we did UI automation very strongly. Did we do API automation? Yes or no? Has everyone installed pip and the other needed requirements like Selenium, WebDriver Manager, and so on? Those are important, team. So if you're doing anything, please also practice on it. Now, the easiest thing to do would be to maybe ask ChatGPT to do certain things. When one of the first things I wanted to do is create what all? Let's say it's a project: test strategy, test plan, test automation scripts, and then we can talk about, of course, even did we generate this yesterday or not, team? That's a question. I'm trying to see the chat if anyone has said anything. So we already were working on test strategy and plan. And we went to ChatGPT Copilot together in VS Code. Oh yeah, the last question I know the team asked was this one, and I put it in there. But before that, it was primarily UI automation, rest assured, or karate. Now, this is a very important thing, team. I think yes, it did. Look. I would like to create similar documentation for this now. Great. All I want to do is take this document and either get karate scripts, or the Selenium work, it won't. Or we will try it through a few other ways, team. Let's at least go to what we have to begin with. Now, this is the UI requirements. I'll open a new one, a new file, and call it API rec.txt. You can also put MD files, team, markdown versions. They're becoming very standard as a human and machine readable format. A markdown version. This is, I think, actually a markdown version about everything. Now this becomes my context, not the other one. So I'll remove this from a context, team. I hope cursor won't believe the earlier UI requirements, and I'll just add this one. And now there are 2 or 3 things that is important for me. One, why would cursor know karate? How would it be aware of karate? Guide me to build karate scripts to test the Swagger API endpoints. That's my need. Yesterday we spoke about what very briefly APIs are, how we send a request and get a response. Every time it's giving me bad inputs. I don't know why. Let me do one thing. Uh, Questions meanwhile, sorry if I'm deviating a little bit. I'm just trying to put this here and maybe I'll do it from the other machine. That is the only best solution for now.
Karthik, what AI are you using? Is it ChatGPT?
Right. No, LLM Chat GPT. Yeah.
Oh,
Chat GPT 5. I used to use Grok a lot. Now back to Chat GPT.
but in companies, they are not allowing us to use this ChatGPT and all. Maybe
Correct.
we have our own AI's website. So,
Mhm.
but questions are same in that, right?
Overall, what is happening is with our organization. See, I am an architect, enterprise architect for automation.
Oh,
That's what I play as a role. So my
oh,
job is to make sure that I design everything correctly, perfectly, bring in the best solutions and implement it and train everyone and they start
okay.
using it. So one of the first things I would do if I'm an AI architect is to put the ground rules, guardrails, boundaries, rules, style, context, everything in a very, very solid way.
Oh,
That way I can progress team. Otherwise, it's very tough to do anything from outside.
okay.
Mm, oh, yeah, go ahead, please. Any other questions? Meanwhile, I'm just getting my other system where Grok is much better. I think this is the one. Yeah. Let me be the presenter here. Are you able to unmute yourself, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, I've joined from a different machine. Let me try and share my screen. What is this? Presenter. All right, team. Is my screen visible? Now, out here, let's try and do a few things. So we'll come to FoXYiZ a little later, but the first thing I would do is create a new window team in Cursor and try and link up any of the either existing folders that I have or open a new one, create a new one. There was one that I was working on, which was all about Python scripts. I will continue there, team. I'll explain why later. There's a lot that we have to do in Python. These were the fundamentals of Pythons that we learned a couple of weeks back. We just went into pandas, we didn't do API requests and all yet. We will come there. Now, for us to handle any specific requirement, you need to choose your tools and solutions. I'll create a new folder here, not here. Let's go to PyScripts and create a new folder there. Why is it going to file API pandas? There we go. And I'll call it what? API testing. Okay. In this new file, API underscore rec dot MD for now. MD is fine too, very widely accepted. So that's a good one. Can you see my screen, everyone? Yes or no? I don't know which screen you're seeing.
Yes, got it.
Okay, great. Thank you. Let me move this away. Okay. Perfect. So my next is I'm starting with prompt team out here. See this lot in context. Do you see 41.4%? That means, and this is a premium version that I'm using. It is an auto mode. I can choose and change it to Sonnet, Claude. A lot of models are available for me that I can use. GPT-5 Fast, Cheetah, and all this actually take a lot of tokens, do super power processing, and give me results. But my bill meter also goes at exactly the same speed. I'll finish $20-30 in 2 hours. That's how fast they are. So I do not use max mode. I keep it in auto for now. It still should do what I want it to. Now let's see, what is this? Why did I already do API pandas? When was this from? Oh, this was with the team when I was training. Great. So I'll leave that chat. I'll open a new chat. And in this chat, for me, only this document is critical. Did I paste everything from there? Orientation. API testing. That's what we're trying to do. Let's do Swagger. So this is our entire short documentation for a test strategy, plan, test case, everything good. And it is all talking about karate. That's fine. I don't know why there are two of them. Did I paste it twice? Looks like it. But I'm still copying so that I'm not missing out anything. AI is good at fine-tuning things for me. So let's paste it here. 661 lines. Wow. Now you can add the entire folder to the cursor chat team. I do that if I'm working on a specific folder. Now, help me create Python code using requests to test API. I'll just to test. That's it. This is the only reference. API underscore testing is there. So when my context is good, my prompting can become simpler. If my context ain't good, then it's a problem. So now it knows API underscore reg.nt. Why would it know karate? Because karate is publicly available. Maybe it learned till December of last year, or let's say March of this year, large language model. This couch, how do you say, they search the whole wide web team. Public, whatever is available, they look at it. Blogs, posts, videos, everything, and then gain knowledge. So karate has been there for a very long time. No, but karate is also a martial art skill. It shouldn't get confused with it. That will be my next point. But let's see what it's doing here. Where will it create those scripts? I hope it will create it here in the same API underscore testing. It's creating pet store underscore API test. Now my next prompt typically team, or in this case, because I'm comparing it with karate also, cucumber and karate will do. I'll give a twisted question to it first. Can you do the same automation using Selenium? That's a question. Or can you help to build karate tests? Now, these are important. It's still open source. We're going to achieve the same result using Tosca, Tricentis, Maple, all of this, whatever we can, a few tools next week. I don't think we'll be able to finish everything by next weekend. I might need one more weekend. We're going a little slow comparatively because we're going in depth, and that's important. Let's see what it did. It did it. Oh, there we go. API testing. It's also creating karate out here right now. Wow. Pet store underscore API underscore test.py. It's got so much documentation in the code. Let's look at this code team. I'll kill the terminal bottom. I don't need it. So I don't know if I like it or not, but I'll keep on. This is a multi-line comment where I use 3 quotes, beginning and ending. So I can put an entire text block to comment it. So it's saying Swagger store, so and so, test coverage, pet endpoints, store endpoints, user endpoints, end-to-end workflows. Now, these are the needed libraries, team, that we need to import. Unless we have already installed them, it won't work. Request specifically for API, JSON for your payload and data handling. Date is a general function. We're trying to, for what reason yet I don't know, we'll check it out. And random. What are we trying to do with our tests? Let's look at it. So first I'll look at all that has been built. Team, if you've all gone through my Python trainings last month, we spoke about the importance of using main and then starting from there. So now my main method is run all tests. That is where I'll go to first. Run all tests might use the class pet store API tester later, but we'll figure that out as well. There you go. Run complete test suite. What is this? Star 60. Print new line plus unequal to, but 60 times. So it's just like a line separator. And then Swagger pet store API test suite, base URL. Now look at this. They created an object called tester. That's a good one. I didn't see this earlier. This kind of an approach from Cursor or AI. A tester is a pet store API tester. So when this class gets initialized, everything should get into that object's capabilities. So we have an initialization method in this for that object which we passed. Session is request.session self.test underscore result. So this object is carrying multiple items, team. One is a property that comes out of request.session. Other is a Python list out here, which is currently empty. And you can continue to add anything or any more that you need. Look at this. What is this? Tester, right? This is an object of this class type. This is object-oriented programming system concept, team. Understood, everyone? Any question? Let me know right now, please. We can talk more about it too. This is my initialization. Then I have a log test. I have a print summary. I have test tag, new pet, test get pet by ID. So unless you understand the functionality correctly, you can't do deep dive into anything that we're doing here. So very important, team, look at your documentation, ask your questions. Now, you don't have to read everything. If you have a doubt, ask Cursor out here. Ask it to help us, and it should do it. Create, wow, so many tests. It's very comprehensive, team. I'm slowly trying to just scan through what all is done. I'm very excited at least to run and see how the reports will come. One of the brilliant things they started doing is how we do reporting, team. What we print in the console or as an output is so clear that it becomes easy for self-healing, analyzing our automation results and taking actions from there on. All right, I think I will now blindly try and run it. Do I know how to run it? Let me see what all it did in AI. So it created pet store underscore API.test. Yes, that's what I wanted. Now let me create a simpler example file that demonstrates basic request usage. That is where it created this file, team. It initially only created 2 files. When I say it, I'm talking about AI in Cursor. Now this looks like short code. Even then it is 200, 300 lines. Wow, that's fine. I'll keep them. Now, can you do the same automation using Selenium? Or can you help me? Great question. Selenium is Karate. Selenium for UI browser automation. Karate is specifically designed. Can Playwright do it, team? API testing? Should I ask it? Now, for Karate, however, it's created everything that I want. as well. So that is beautiful. I have both Python with requests. I have karate scripts. I don't know if I have everything for karate to be ready in my system, uh, JavaScripts and whatever I need at the backends. But it's got me almost a good collection of files. It is still working. Project summary, getting started, readme.md, quick reference.md. I love the way documentation gets handled. Because all my career, 27 years, I put my sweat into making sure that everything is well documented. But now AI is helping me. It's a great assistant that way. Can you all hear me okay, team? My audio? Excuse me. I'll take a quick water break. Sorry, I'm still on mute. There was a question from
Karthik,
yes, go ahead. Yes.
so I think in this framework that we are designing, we have API red.md. So if organization does not have a Swagger URL, so how, which in that case, how that can be achieved? I think we have added a Swagger, and based on that, we are generating this one, right?
Yes, absolutely correct. And that Swagger documentation was extensive, so it is very easy for it to do. What I have seen, right, minimalistically, even if let's say there are about 300, 400 endpoints in a large enterprise microservices architecture and they're using it internally or externally facing, they at least put them into an Excel sheet, or maybe I have Jira stories. Um, I maybe have some schema which is not extensive. That is a good start point. Then we will build additional documentation, enhance the documentation, and feed it to AI from there. So, like I was saying, we can easily create like something like Swagger for any existing API utilities and then get started from there. But if you don't have a good document to begin with, it'll become a problem. But use AI to build the document first. Give it your project structure, give it a scope, and say, here are my endpoints. Now, once I give endpoints, I will send random requests to them, get or post or put, or then I know I'm getting 200, I'm getting 404, I'm getting 501. What do I do? I'm getting 100 errors. Based on that, I can change. What I typically do is, if I have endpoints, even if it is one or two endpoints, I will write about 15, 20 tests on a single endpoint. I will do a lot of false tests. So I want to make it fail. There'll be only one way it will pass correctly. If I give everything in my payload or instructions correctly, then I can. My authentication tokens, um, all of this becomes the key thing. So to re-answer your question, it's okay if you don't have Swagger documentation. If you don't have it, we'll build it, then we'll use AI to go further. This is interesting. I didn't know there was something like Selenium Swagger UI Test.py. How did it do it? UI only, not recommended for APIs. I don't know what it did here, but let's see this. Team, continue with your questions. Meanwhile, Visalakshi just answering your question on the chat. Why do you see the parameter self being passed in the functions? So self is about an object, team. When you instantiate an object, you want to talk about that object that we're talking about. For that object, use these properties or use these methods. That is where it comes in. So Selenium, it is all doing WebDriver only. But how is it going there? Look at what it's doing, team. Apologize with my bad throat. In this initialization, and again, we pass that self, because anytime we have a class, we have to do something on a specific object. Class is otherwise just a template, a blueprint through which we can design objects which are similar and can act similar. I have log test, print summary. Now these are all web testing. It is actually going to the Swagger URL and testing everything. It's not a bad thought. Can you imagine what it did? We already saw the Swagger URL and it had clickable fields and do things there. That is the power of AI. I asked it just a couple of things. Python requests got me. Karate DSL got me. Selenium using UI with the Swagger, done perfect. 60% plus automated test scenarios, 100% API coverage. Very nice. This is. Any other questions on this? Let's try and do some executions now. Which one should we execute? I believe we should start with the Python only. Tiki. Was it pet store underscore API test? It's given me the next steps. There are a few installations, team, that I need to do. If it's not already there, requirements.txt has everything that it wants me to install. That is good. So I can start with that. Simple request example. Yeah, this is the one we saw. Okay, let's do this. Second, getting underscore started. Why should I open this? Or it wants me to read as well. It maybe is thinking that I'm not a great human listener. It wants to change the style of my behavior as well. That's good if it is getting that smart to interact. I only need these 2 lines for now, team. I've copied them. I'm not copying everything. I'll go to my terminal. And if I'm in the correct folder, I should be able to run. Now, where is requirements.txt? Is it in the main folder in PyScripts, or is it in a subfolder? It's in a subfolder. So I have to go to that folder. So if I do a directory here, these are my folders, right? So I'll change my directory to API underscore testing. Now let's see what are all there. So I have requirements.txt also out here. Now I can do a installation, pip install requirements.txt and then Python simple requirements example. So let it do the installation and then the other. What is it saying? You may have installed Python packages into your global environment, which can cause conflicts. Yeah, that's another challenge, a small in terms of which one. You can resolve it, no problem. Later. There we go. So if it doesn't have the latest, it'll update. If it doesn't have the library itself, Python library, it'll download it, team. So that's what it's trying to do. Once it does, it'll execute this. So what are we doing? Example get request, example get with params, example post request, perfect, put request, delete request, example with error handling, with session, assertions, response inspection. Amazing. Now let's see. This is the output. Tests are running. How long does it take? How much time should each API call take? Seconds or milliseconds? That should be another defining factor. And I believe that is where we use the time feature, date and time. Oh, so tired. Let's read this through, team. You remember I said equal to was printed 60 times. That is what it gave. A good format for us to look at. So what I do, team, is if I'm already, this is my output, right? I just don't select anything, but I can add everything to chat. And I can say analyze. That's it. If it is chat GPT, if it is not in context, how can you ask it to analyze? Now look at this 18.3%. Slowly the context amount is increasing. Don't let it go over 60, 70, 80% team. It starts hallucinating a lot in your larger corporate projects, especially. So I could go through and read this, get request with parameters, status code 200. Is 200 a good expected code? Yes. If we do things correct, we should get 200. If we do something incorrect, we should get 404. I like that response inspection. I like this especially. URL status code 200 reason elapsed time encoding. But where are my tests? Everything is a code still, team. It's all Python. And you have to maintain your code. So it's not codeless at all. But that's a good starting point. There we go. What, typically, it should be no more than 200 milliseconds, 0.2. I don't know why it took so long. But it's a program. What if I run it again? Oh, it's a long one. Python. I don't like to name my code too long, but then it is very vividly elaborate for us, so we won't have confusions in future. I'm running it again, team. I'm trying to see what is the difference now. So remember, as testers, right, our job is to break these applications. So how do we get to break them? Now I'll say, is there any difference in these two executions? As you start working with IDEs or Copilot and all, I hope they'll remember us, who you are, team. So always keep a rules or AI document on the side that explains about you, some background. So that way you always give it in context and say, hey, I want you to be aware of who I am. So I don't have to keep telling you the way I work, what I'm good at, what I'm worse at, and so on. I like this first run, 200, second run, 385 pet 3x doc. This is amazing. So can you imagine, team, if I'm a non-technical business owner, I only need one good technical AI engineer who'll do everything for me. Everything using the right tools. It is that easy. That AI engineer should be the great advisor to choose wisely which solutions. How do we do? Karate, I'm not executing at my end, team. I'll share these files in the membership area on ITler. You can take it from there. But any questions meanwhile, please? So we did that. I like to also try the Selenium test once, if that will work. How do I run it? If it's just a Python code, then Python, the whole name. I'll rename it, team. It's too big for me. I'll call it cell.py. There we go. Selenium is for UI testing, not API testing. This is all the print statement written in the code. How cute. Very nice. I like the way. Now, if you ask the same thing to AI again tomorrow, the same tool, it'll give you a very different one. Something will change. It is never going to give you the same result each time, team. It's not by design. It is by, yeah, it is by design, not by fault. For Swagger Pet Store API first app, you should use Python request Karate. Okay. And it doesn't even know FoXYiZ yet. Let me ask it in this, because in this context, it doesn't know anything about FoXYiZ, I guess. You want to continue with Selenium UI tests? Yes. Can Playwright do API testing? Can anyone answer me? I said yes. What happened after that? Oh, it opened. Yes, it can. So we'll ask that also. Look at it. So it's opened the browser and it made 6 UI test pass on the Swagger app. Beautiful. I love it. How quickly could I get to learn Python requests? Not fully, maybe, at least the basics, some fundamental karate, and even a Selenium script again to do UI testing. That is the power of AI team. We have no excuses anymore of what we can and cannot do. Now, let me add this also to chat. Everything is in the chat. API underscore testing should be already there, but I'm adding that entire folder again. Can you do the same using Playwright MCP? Now listen to this. This is going to be a confusion for it. MCP, all the features that it gave in Playwright are basically browser based. So it has to either create Selenium type .py, or it has to create the um, original Playwright scripts in TypeScript for us. See, again, it's saying Playwright underscore MCP test.py. That's fine. I'm asking two more questions, team, for now. Can you do the same by using FoXYiZ? I'm getting very close to a big launch of FoXYiZ team, and I'm very, very happy about it. And the reason being, we're doing a lot of research in this world of low code, no code automation. Yeah, so that way we're able to get there. All right, so that's a landing page. It's not been on internet for more than 2-3 months overall, the domain. What it can do, everything is here. All the documentation about what is FoXYiZ and so on also is well there. Now, if the context is not understandable, it cannot do it. So see, look, clarify FoXYiZ. It doesn't know FoXYiZ team. It does not know. But what if I take, let me show you the other team. We all will work extensively on the weekdays. Please let me know what times are better for you to continue to enhance our coding on FoXYiZ. We'll build this framework further. It's almost ready. Few scratchy things, bits, pieces here and there. But otherwise, yeah, we're getting there. Let's see. FoXYiZ underscore turnkey. Turnkey was one of the customers for them we were trying to do, but I don't need that. I need a readme.txt. This is an important document. So let me see if I can copy it here. Go to my other cursor window and paste it here. This is FoXYiZ readme, so I'll rename it to that. Now the same question, if I ask it now, because it's got the context. Earlier when I asked it, it couldn't. Option 1, run real Playwright MCP test now. Again, see, navigate, snapshot, click type. Now I want API level test. MCP can't do. Playwright can do. I have to recreate Playwright test for it. FoXYiZ, it didn't understand anything, but it recognized that there's a spell error in the way I created the system. My son did, 11-year-old. And when I said FoXYiZ, he said FoXYiZ as my username on the account. And I said, that's fine. Display the text data because it's a directory. That's fine. My recommendation, let me actual Playwright test right now. No, I don't want it to run. I don't want it to go to the browser and do it. But that's fine. Just like we had Selenium, we can ask it. But I want it now with this FoXYiZ context. Now, can you create FoXYiZ whitepads? Context is very important, team. FoXYiZ is a low code, no code framework. So all my inputs right now going as CSVs. When I built the first keyword driven framework for QTP around 2009, I used Excel sheet. Then I continued to use Excel as my key driver for keyword-driven, data-driven frameworks. And then I built AnyAuth in 2015, and it was amazing team. It was a fully web platform. We did a 3-4 very large project implementations, and then I took a little break because I wanted to build the next one. This is where we get it. So now it understands FoXYiZ just because of the require readme that I gave it for it. Now I understand. Let me create. So what FoXYiZ does is gives me just 3 CSVs. One is a set of plans where I know exactly what I want to do overall at a high level. So look at this. It's created about 34 tests. Each row is one test. Add new pet, get new pet, everything. It understands the template and format. It will stick with it. Every plan to execute it, it needs to know how. Actions define it. Either typically there's one step or multiple steps for each. So to execute the first plan, I have 4 steps now. Create pet request body, send post request to create, and so on. For this, it uses specific action type, action name. These are inbuilt capabilities of FoXYiZ. So when I say XJSON, XBuildJSON, it'll do that. When I say XAPI, XPost, it'll post, and so on. It has similarly UI capabilities also. So this is my actions team. Every action might require some input as a test data. That input may go as a payload, a JSON file. Ideally, it will be a payload because I cannot insert a comma separated value out here. So we have to send it as a payload. Now, this payload's data, everything would be in the third sheet. That's the designs. I would not put anything anywhere else but here. Now look at this. This is an entire JSON structure inside with semicolons, but where are the commas? That'll get interrupted. That's great. Now to run my FoXYiZ test, it is codeless. So I don't have code anymore. I will just use these 3 CSVs. Our framework knows exactly what to do based on this. Designs give me the data power team. I can have multiple design types. Each one is one type of data set. So I can do A/B testing. I can do thousands of records of data to do it as well. So when I talk about a base URL or a pet ID or a pet name, depending on the design, it'll pick up the correct information. So when I run my plans, I can run them on a single design or I can run them on multiple designs. That's my choice. Which design? So I can choose which plans run on which designs. That is FoXYiZ team. When I execute it, I just get a simple HTML and a CSV exactly as to what happened. Now, it's AI, right? It just has the context. I'll ask it a question team. It's very intriguing how deep you can go, how you can be unstopped. I wanted to ask it this. It already gave it to me. Python versus Karate versus FoXYiZ. Python code Gherkin BDD CSV files. Medium, easy. ID required, yes, no. Excel notepad is good enough. For non-coders, no, yes. Yep. I didn't even ask it. Thank you. I'm happy. I'm a fan from AI because I actually did ask team, not in this one, earlier cursor sessions, compare it with Playwright. It did elaborate comparison. It did with every SaaS tool also. And it's neutral, right? There's no bias for AI. It's not biased in any way. It's only context that it has to reference. And the way we can start, the way we can auto heal, the way AI understands FoXYiZ is phenomenal. That's enough for me. One README document, it'll go battery down. Nice. It gave me all that I wanted. I don't have any other questions there. But team, I'm ready for your questions. I would love to hear a little bit more from you and then see what next we can do. Why do we see parameters? Yes, I answered. Do you manually review the documentation and test coverage? But AI is great, but don't we need verification to ensure coverage and completeness? Yes, James, absolutely we will do that. These are just prototypes and trials currently, correct? Now, when I'm building it for customers, I build an entire fully tested solution. It can't be half baked at that point. So for example, here are some YPads that we created in FoXYiZ framework for multiple businesses. So here is the pet store underscore API. This is just to do some basic simple math. This is to test the entire FoXYiZ web application. Go to FoXYiZ homepage and test everything out. IoT supermarket automations. There's a large chain that we were doing. Turnkey was another project. And for me, all that I keep doing is my code will never change again. Only thing that I'll do is I'll create new documentation. And I will go through everything. What I'll do is, at least at a high level, try and go to everything. I'll do a quick execution, add the output to the cursor chat, and then say, help me to build. It'll have look at the results, come back and fix this. And the reason test coverages cannot go wrong with our AI driven world is we link our Jira stories or Confluence or any other wiki tools that we have and make sure that all documentation is well covered inside what we do. Yeah. Weekday session is 2 a.m. for us. If I do a 7 a.m. Pacific, will you be able to join team? If I do 10 p.m. Pacific, it is 1 a.m. in the East Coast. That is a problem, series. So I'll figure something. But is next week I can do like 8, 9 a.m. team. I've been off work for a while, team, just sharing a news. I just recently put up my profile and was glad to get an opportunity. I'm starting in a week's time. It's a large corporation. I'll be working from home. So that will keep me busy in my daytime. And I'm very transparent with my projects and recruiters. So they're aware that I will continue doing my training and my research on the side. So once that starts from 20th of October, I won't be able to do the regular daytime. So I can still do weekends and evenings. But at least for next week, maybe I'll do something daytime. Thank you, team. Great. So what's next? I'm done for today. I don't have that great voice. It's an hour only, but I will continue doing sessions this week. I will try and change the time that is better for every one of us. I would want you to share a lot more and speak a lot more there, and we'll learn a lot. So don't think that only weekends are training. So don't wait till next Saturday for your learning. Join tomorrow, watch the videos. I'll put them everything in the members area. Great, sounds good. Any other questions, please, team?
What time tomorrow, Karthik? The classes?
We have two options. Shall we do 9 a.m. Pacific? If it's a non-working audience, it'll be okay for them, I guess.
Yeah, 9 a.m. works for me.
9 a.m. works Pacific.
9 a.m.
I'll
works
try and
don't work for me. Okay, anyways, a non-working professional may not work, but working professionals, yeah,
sure,
that's the
you're
problem.
right. I agree. I hear you. 9 a.m. won't work. But 6 to 7, should I do 2 sessions next week? Maybe I'll see. If there's enough participation, I don't mind doing 2 sessions, team. We can do. Someone has a hand raised. Go ahead, please. Do you want me to unmute you? There you go. That's fair. Yes, Vasu, you had any question? Anything else? Bhaskar, James, Jam, Julie, Siri, Suresh, Tajver, Vasu. There are a lot of people. Thank you for the participation. 9 a.m. PST weekdays works for me. Okay. We'll try, team. I've been trying evenings, but not many people could join even in that. So I'm trying to get the best time where we can all sync. Let's try 9 a.m. Pacific from tomorrow. I'll change it in this GoToWebinar and keep you all posted. But team, I'm going to, if you're not a member, become that, because my team will take away non-members from this registration. Great. That's primarily what I have as an agenda item from my side. And yeah, we can connect tomorrow then. I'll put this video up in YouTube, also on the website. Later on, it'll be in the study streams or AI. So you'll have to access it from there.
Karthik, so today is my first class to cover for till tomorrow. So all the sessions from first day, Thursday and yesterday will be available here, right? I can go through this, right?
Yes, so this is the
Okay.
orientation on Thursday. This is the day one.
Okay.
And even this video, I'll ask my team to put it under this for now. Then
Okay.
we'll move it into one of the courses later.
Okay. Thank you, Karthik.
So you're welcome. So that way you can go date by date and see exactly what is happening and so on. I'll guide you. I'll send you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karthik. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific.
The quick question. The 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, is this training or will it be the project related work?
So the training and project is getting merged. Now that I've almost showed you what is FoXYiZ, we can do a little bit more project. Let us try and take more challenging situations. So it is going to be a mixture right now. I wouldn't say it's purely project or training. We will learn and we will do. I'll try and document everything that we do. That way we are in sync and we know exactly what is being covered. Yeah. Great. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now. Have a good one. Thank you for your participation. Thank you all.